I think it needs a bit more specific, if you don't mind.
Yes. Next, I will be able to serve you next 10 minutes because I have to get ready as well. But I will be clearing your doubt, this one specifically, so that you can able to understand the things. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me give you an example of this as well. Now you can see these are publicly available things. I can play with these things. I can check. I can purchase. I can do anything. Okay.
Yeah.
But at any point of time, I can't change the price of this product.
Yeah.
Can you change the price of this product from here?
No.
No. So for that, you first of all, what you need? One, you need to have access of administrator account.
Yeah.
Clear? Secondly, whether the administrator has been allowed to access from anywhere, or whether from a specific location or a specific IP or a specific system. It depends upon the policy that has been created by Amazon.com administrators. Clear? So that is something private to them. That is not publicly available.
The administrator section of Azure.
Yeah, but again, question: if he can able to access from anywhere, then that is publicly available. When we go with the drill down, when we do the drill down, it can be possible that we can get that URL as well.
When you say anywhere, it can be available across the globe, but not to every individual across the globe, correct?
So if it is available across the globe, then that might be possible that hacker can also reach that. Okay, means if it is available to the public IP, it can be reachable to anyone. But if like, I intentionally want to it, then I can get it.
Okay, but I'm thinking about if every owner of a shop on Amazon needs to have access to a section, admin section, to edit their own prices, how would that work?
No, it depends upon the policy that I told you, na? It depends upon the policy. Like, for example, I'm
just trying to establish that it doesn't have to be one particular section. It can be globally available, but to only based on authentication, not by location, correct?
So it depends upon the authentication method also. It depends upon that, I have configured it. I want that my most of the administrator, all administrators are available in US only. For example, take the example of this Amazon only. So my all administrators are working from US. Then what I will create a policy that only your US related IP, okay, can access these particular sections, or this can be accessed from US region only. So this kind of policy are there.
Yeah, you can create there's also the opposite kind of policy, correct?
Yeah.
Like one that anyone from anywhere can access, but based on IP, they're still accessing a private cloud.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hope your questions has been answered.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to check the availability of it. Can you? Okay, so you'd say the Amazon website itself is a hybrid cloud because administrators access it as well as everyone?
No. Amazon Cloud is not hybrid. I can't say. But yes, there might be possible that Amazon only can let you know whether they are using Amazon hybrid cloud or not, because I'm
Okay.
not aware about much more things of the Amazon. But yes, like hybrid comes to the picture when you have a dedicated data center where you have hosted something as well. When you are using community model, you have hosted some application on the community server as well, and parallelly you have hosted something on public cloud like AWS as well. So when you are
all
using
three
two
are
different
separate?
deployment models, then it's come to the hybrid.
Okay, as an organization, you're hybrid, not as a resource?
Yes, as an organization is hybrid.
Okay, yeah.
Clear?
So you would probably say then that most organizations would have some form of hybrid setup.
There might be possibility, but as per the current practices, most of the organization go with the public cloud.
Yeah.
Because of the costing part. Because hybrid is always costly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you said things like Azure Active Directory is private.
No, Azure Active Directory is not hybrid.
No, private.
It's not private as well.
Oh, okay.
It's public only, because Azure, Microsoft provide a public services.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
if it's
It will
hosted, you're
become,
saying
it
then
will
if it's
become,
hosted by,
yeah, it will become a private when you can use a dedicated data center of Microsoft itself. Okay, at any location. If you are using dedicated private cloud services, okay, not public cloud, private cloud services, then it will come to the private.
okay. So you could almost consider that if you host your own servers as an on-premise setup and make it available to certain people, that is a private cloud?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
Then the next thing is that we can host application used as a software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Hope things are clear.
Yep.
Then future growth, it's very beneficial for the business, future business growth, because you can use up to your level whatever you want. Scalability of the resources and services, it's so scalable that whatever you want you can create, whatever you want you can delete as per your business requirement. Okay, you can do your day-to-day operations, and you can use your DevOps teams as well for performing the activity. Then risk management, create a system for managing compliance, create a system for identifying the managed risk, create and update policy, procedure, and support for the cloud deployment, and manage cloud security. It's very important that whenever you are working on any organization, that must have a compliance policy. They must have to go with the risk identification part on every 6 monthly basis, that they have to identify the risk with respect to the assets they are having and services they are using, and then they plan accordingly. And then create and update policy, procedure, support, and cloud development. As per your requirement, you need to create a policies, procedure to support the cloud deployment model. Okay. And finally, it's very important to review your cloud security. What kind of policy you have created, whether this policy is outdated or in use currently or not, whether you need to refine this policy now, whether you have to enhance your security now because of the latest challenges and threats are there. So you have to work on this part, means very rigorously, and management and advanced means system architect level people work on this level. Okay, let's come to that picture. Then scaling, increase and decrease of technology capabilities. Scaling provide resources and service elasticity. Two type of scaling is that one is scale out and second is scale up. Okay, if you want to high performance, then you have to use scale up. If you want to reduce it, then you can use scale out. Clear?
Okay, so it's scale up, so it's scale out instead of scale down.
Yeah, scale up or scale down. It's scale down is known as scale out now. You can consider.
Okay, it's just an interesting way of people doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So scale out more resources to support given workload, also known as horizontal. Okay, okay. I'm a little bit sorry. So there are two type of things are there. Okay, a horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Have you heard about
So
this?
I'm gonna guess that scaling up would be something like making something faster, making a connection faster, whereas scale out is providing a second connection or something. I don't know.
Yes. So scaling out, yeah, scaling out play a part in two roles. Okay, one is horizontal scaling, second is vertical scaling.
Yeah.
You know what is that horizontal scaling and vertical scaling?
I can take a pretty educated guess.
What is that?
Well, as I mentioned before, vertical scaling would be increasing the speed or something, or the storage, changing storage from cold to hot would probably be scaling up, but adding a second cold storage would be scaling out or something like that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Means adding more server, okay, physical virtual server to fulfill the requirement. Is come to the scaling out part, and scaling up comes to that you have a 16 GB of RAM in a server. Now you need to more RAM, then you need 16 GB more to that. Now it's become 32 GB. That is called scaling up.
Okay. With storage, if I increase the storage size, would that be scaling out?
No, no, it will be scaling up.
Really? I thought if I increased from cold to hot, then it would be scaling up. But you said if I create a second storage, it'd be scaling out. So why not increase the storage
Yes.
in my first one? Wouldn't that
So,
still be scaling out?
so if you are using is adding storage on the same server, means there is a hard drive. The server have 160 GB hard drive. Now you have added 60 GB more. Now it has become 220 GB hard drive. Okay, so it will be on scaling up. But if you added a one server with 160 GB of hard drive, then it will come to the scaling out.
Okay. No, I'm understanding it. So.
So you can see the definition itself, adding more resources to the existing server or deployment model. If you are making changes to the existing servers, adding or removing, it comes to scale up and scale down. And scale out is scale in. If you are parallelly adding anything, adding more web server to support busy websites.
Okay.
Now, since your database server is going totally consumed, so you need to parallelly add more server to serve better. So that will come to the scale out.
Yeah.
Clear?
I guess, yeah, I understand the basic part of it. The only other thing was, what about things like so you're saying if you had a really busy website, right, you could scale out and you could also scale up to handle the workload. So you could scale your current setup higher, but you could also double it as well. Okay.
Absolutely. Both option you have might be, you can understand that your web server have a lot of hits. Then you see that the utilization of your CPU has been increased to 70%, and RAM also has been increased to 70%.
So I guess the question is, why would you scale out or scale up if you can do either of them and get the same result?
Absolutely. Now the question is that why we need to scale up and scale out.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. The question why you need to scale up. For doing scale up, you need a downtime.
Yeah. Okay.
But for scale out, you do not need any scale downtime.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand why? Because
in
existing server, whenever you want to change a configuration, you need to downtime. But That is what the feature for the scale out only. The feature is provided for the auto elasticity. That as per your requirement, your server number will increase. It will automatically scale out to fulfill the current request and automatically scale in as well. Once it will fulfill your demand request of all the transaction there, again it will come to the normal stage as per the number of hits or the busy sites, or you can say request.
Yeah.
Clear?
I understand that part. Okay.
So you can see scale out and scale up. 3 servers are there, which one is increased to 5. What is scale? 2 RAMs are there, you have added more 4 RAMs.
Yeah.
Now it has been made clearly easy for you to understand.
Yeah. Understand that much. I think it's more a matter of essentially how it would automatically work when scaling out. That's more the question, I would guess, that I still have.
So we have 2 more topics, and I have to finish it quickly, okay? Because otherwise I will be late.
Sure.
Let me complete it. Yeah. So risk management design aspect. We have 3 type of risk management design aspect. One is redundancy, second one is high availability, and third one is disaster recovery. So redundancy means more than one's resources available to avoid single point of failure. I'm coming to this picture. You have one active directory. Parallelly, you have more than one active directory you have hosted. Okay, means if this one fails down, then other 2 will suffix your requirement. Okay. This is called redundancy. Okay. Means to avoid a single point of failure, you have a redundancy. Now, high availability, a measure of downtime for a given services. High availability is often measured in 9S. 5.9 indicate that service is available for 99.999 of the year, about 5.256 minutes of downtime per year. Okay. High availability means again that at any point of time, our business should be available, whatsoever is the reason. It doesn't matter, our services need to be available. In order to that, you might need a disaster recovery, you might need a redundancy as well. Clear?
Yeah.
Both will be a part of high availability. Then disaster recovery, as we have already talked about that, at any point of time, if you have hosted you have a 2 office, if office A downs because of any reason, ISP went down any reason, then your services need to be available from site B or office B. Clear?
Yeah.
Then there is a recovery point of object and recovery time of object. Recovery point of object is that what time between the most recent backup and disaster. Okay, means it talk about how much data lost your company will accept.
Yeah.
Okay, and
so,
RTO talks
so
about
how often you schedule backups and things then, based on that.
Yes, absolutely. How often you schedule backup, on the basis of that you restore your data.
Yeah.
Okay, and recovery time object is that how long your site will be or your resource will be unavailable, which is what is the acceptable downtime.
Yeah. Okay.
We can refer to this, that if you have signed an NDA, means if AWS have signed an NDA that I will ensure that your services will be available to 99.999% means of the year, means they are allowed to for a downtime of 5.26 minutes only in a year. Means this is their maximum RTO.
Yeah.
If this is getting increased, then they will be bound to pay certain financial costs that they have signed in their NDA or legal agreement. Clear?
Yeah.
So now the guidelines means what we have covered so far. Business analysts provide information to cloud architect who then design cloud solution tailored to need to the business. Absolutely. Cloud architects will define cloud deployment models based on the business need. choose include private, public, cloud, community, and hybrid models. Cloud architects will decide on which cloud services to implement. Then they choose whether to go with the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Then cloud architect must use information about the business structure to be able to design and scalability and elasticity. Then design consideration must include the appropriate use of scale out and scale up. Cloud design must account for business continuity. So this part is taken care by what the activity has been mentioned is the responsibility of the cloud architect. Clear?
Yep.
So what all should be taken care, who is responsible for these things? Clear?
Yep.
Yep. Now we'll be having a question answer. We will be going through this question tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So by this we have completed today's topics. Chapter 1 we have completed. Tomorrow we'll be going through with the questions answer, all these 6 question answer, and also we'll be covering your questions, any issues, any queries that you have from today's slides. Just revise it, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll be discussing it tomorrow. Very first thing that, and then we'll proceed accordingly. Clear?
Yep. Okay. Sounds good.
And tomorrow we'll be starting from 6 a.m. India time, means 9 a.m. your US Australia time.
Yep. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. See you tomorrow.